All right. Now I know the next batch of articles we're starting with the Minish Cap Mafia. I know you guys are tired of talking about it, saying, "Oh, it's only a few things bad happening." You know, the screens are shutting off. People's Joy-Cons are falling off like M&Ms. Fucking the dock is overheating. we gotta pay $80 to play the game demo that teaches you how to use the Switch UI. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another negative thing. Yeah, the stick drift. Another negative thing going on with the launch of the Switch 2. Switch 2 users are reporting instances of their consoles overheating. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. First, we started off with just the dock overheating, but now the actual Switch 2 is reportedly overheating for the beta testers, which means, ladies and gentlemen, the Nintendo Switch 2 has gone nuclear. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If you have a friend with a Switch 2 and you let them in your house, be on high alert. They are officially a PS4 walking bomb ready to explode. With the addition of a fan in the Switch 2's dock, we all knew the Switch 2's Nintendo's new console would probably kick out a bit more heat than its processor in order to manage the more technically demanding games. But according to some folks in Japan, not folks, their consoles are actually overheating. Multiple users have taken to Twitter to relay instances in which their games have crashed. It's crashing. The console fans have to go into overdrive, or in the case, their system simply became too hot to hold. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you play the Switch 2, there is a probability if you play it on your lap, it's gonna burn your cock off. You're gonna have a big fire glowworm. User X1010Q stated, the Switch 2 is overheating. It's too intense. I couldn't even hold the console. Without a fan, you can't play for long. Meanwhile, user JPSJXSMUMY107 simply said, the Switch 2 is overheating. The fan is fucking annoying. That's right. When you're paying for that $70 remake, port of Breath of the Wild that finally runs at 60 FPS and is clear enough to play and doesn't come with the DLC, it's burning your lap, and the fan is so loud you have to put noise canceling headphones on to hear Link go, hot, hot, hot. And to that I say, now it's not entirely clear whether the Switch 2 consoles are definitely inferiorly overheating in these cases. However, as demonstrated with P Typhoon's tweet below, they merely mentioned the fan is going fucking nuts after an instance of the Rune Factory Guard Azuma crashing. Not the Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. I don't even know what that is. But we can't say for sure that this is the root cause. What does Link say? That nigga says, hot, 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 ah, ah. It's overheating. My man said it's overheating. First freeze on the Switch 2. Talk to an old man in Rune Factory Gardens of. This is not even a game that's pushing the fucking boundaries of this shit. Look at this. This is a PS4 game, bruh. Talk to an old man in Rune Factory Gardens of Azuma and it froze. The screen's still moving because grass is swaying in the wind, but I can't control everything. The fan's going nuts, so maybe it's overheating. Autosave saved my butt. Thank God for the autosave. It's important to keep in mind the environmental conditions in which the Switch 2 is being played. Look at them downplaying this shit. Nintendo itself advises that users should not play the console near a heat source or in a location where the heat can easily build up. So if you live down south, good luck, nigga. Your Switch ain't working because it's hell down there during the summer. Texas, Alabama, Arkansas, North, South Carolina, Florida, good luck, nigga. Mississippi, nobody lives there. You guys don't have any money. So this is clearly a potential issue that Nintendo is very much aware of. We can certainly attest to the console getting rather warm after a certain amount of time, but touch wood, we have not had that problem, basically. Yeah, Florida's out of it. Yeah, so to be fair, jokes aside, because I just like getting jokes off. Once again, if you buy the Switch 2, just know you are a beta tester the first year. You could run into overheating, stick drift, the analog sticks falling off like Skittles, crashing, freezing, screen skipping, the dock overheating. At this point, we just listed like 7 different issues. that numerous of people, I don't know why fans get mad when I try to educate people about shit's going on. Because I would have did this with any other console. It's just, I don't know what it is about the Minish Cap Mafia. You talk about them niggas, Luigi's Mansion's not that bad. I didn't have a bad stay. I only had a couple ghosts shoot up my ass. Okay, well, maybe I don't want to ghost up my ass. I don't care if it is Polterpup. That shit is weird, nigga. And I like Nintendo. I'm just trying to educate people and make people aware. Hey, I'm not saying don't buy the Switch. I never said that. I just said be aware. You are a beta tester the first year until they work out the kinks. And now we're getting reports that the Switch 2 is overheating. So do not put that on your lap. If you live in the South, tough luck. This thing is going to burn your balls. I said what I said. Yo, shout out to Minish Cap Mafia Goon. With the $5 super chat. We got Laura in the chat. The Minish Cap Mafia Goon with the super chat. Sounds like everything's working fine to me. Switch's 2 hidden feature is being winter-proof. Okay, so he said he gonna get a Switch 2 for the winter. Yeah, maybe you could cook an egg on it in the winter or some shit like that. Shout out to Galaxy Greg with the sub, you know? It's just something to be aware of. I don't know why this shit make niggas mad, bro. Nintendo don't give a fuck about you, Nintendo niggas. I don't know why y'all... Yo, shout out to Robin Velli with the sub. Appreciate it. That's why they send the Yakuza after y'all whenever y'all try to emulate shit. I don't understand. The funny thing about the Minish Cap Mafia to me is they ride so hard for Nintendo. They ride hard for a company that made it to where a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver or Heart Gold costs fucking $700 because they're so hard to find. Because they don't want to re-release it like digitally or some shit like that. I don't know why you would defend a company like that. And then that's why niggas steal your games. I'm not advocating for it, but that's why they do steal them. But it is what it is. That's just the latest Switch news. In other console news, and more positive news, PS5 Pro is getting a massive update in 2026. What does that mean? Let's find out. For PS5 Pro owners, there's something to get excited for outside of games in 2026 as a software update planned for the console set to hit, which will improve performance. This is something confirmed by PS5 system architect Mark Cerny, who talked about tech improvements on the way on Sony's latest PlayStation hardware. Note that this performance update is exclusively for the PS5 Pro, meaning it's not gonna be... I don't know why I said that, but I feel like that has to go without saying. I'm not even talking to the base PS5 owners. I'm talking to the PS4 niggas. It's not an update for you guys, dog. It's not going to make your PS4 more powerful. Though it doesn't mean the base PS5 won't get an update alongside it, which houses other improvements, man. In an interview by Tom's Guide, Mark Cerny mentioned that they are working on implementing an advanced graphics upscaling algorithm for the PS5 Pro that should deliver better performance than the existing PSSR, which is PlayStation Special Super Resolution Tech, which is one of the key features the beefier console has than its brethren. It's like the PC's version of DLSS or whatever that shit is. It uses AI to, help render the frame rate better. Cerny says the new tech is a drop-in replacement for the current version, which should make it easier for developers to implement when it arrives on the PS5 Pro sometime next year. This new upscaling tech, which is co-developed with AMD, will offer a more advanced algorithm with significantly improved frame rates and even better image quality. So, me personally, I have a PS5 Pro, and it upset some people that own it because I said, as someone who owns a PS5 and a PS5 Pro, it's not, I didn't say there wasn't a difference. People don't listen. I didn't say there wasn't a difference, but I said, me personally, I play on both of mine. I have my PS5 Pro in my office for when I'm streaming, and then I have my PS5 in the living room. I didn't see a big enough difference to warrant the $700 price tag. And that's just me being honest for people who are on a tighter budget. For some reason, that pissed a lot of people off that I'm trying to help people. When this update comes out, maybe my answer will change. When this update comes out and I see like a bigger difference, then I'm like, okay, yeah, go for it. What's wrong with that? The same way what's wrong with me telling people like, yo, just be careful. The fucking Switch 2 might burn your nipples. Like, what's wrong with it? Don't say that. I want to go back to Cookery Force and pub and fucking peace, okay? Got bad bitches in Geraldo Valley. You don't know about that? Shut the fuck up, nigga. I don't hear that shit. I'm just trying to help y'all. So be aware that the update is coming out. This sounds cool. I'm with it. While nothing has been announced for the base PS5, chances are high that Sony releases a system update that adds new features to the console, though we should hear about it in the first before it's live. As Sony conducts closed beta tests for every new major PS5 system update, something the company detailed earlier this year as part of the PlayStation beta program. Blah, blah, blah. No release date. Oh, wait. As aside from new features, it also fixes... We don't care about VR. Yeah, we'll keep an idea on that. What did Link say? He said, hot, hot, hot. Am I off the subs? I might be. Shout out to Sugar Free with the sub. Nigga been making games since fucking 1988. He still can't talk. This shit is crazy. It's gonna be interesting to see if he talks in the movie or not. What y'all think? Y'all think they gonna make Link talk, or you think they're gonna make everybody else around him talk? You think he's still gonna be mute? I'm curious to see how they do that. So look out for the PS5 Pro update. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think you would see more of a difference if your PS5 Pro was on your TV, since your TV most likely has better colors than HDMR. He said a mute Link just yelling. I predict when the Zelda movie comes out, half the movie theater will be niggas with Minish caps. And I'm gonna tell y'all right, hey, feel free to clip this. When the Zelda movie comes out, because I'm sure a lot of us are gonna go see it, just like we're gonna go see, because we love Nintendo, jokes aside. The same way we all went to go see the Mario movie, I predict the movie theater will be full of Minish caps. And if your movie theater is full of Minish caps, I want you guys to take a picture and send it to me. I will retweet. I will retweet every Minish cap picture sent to me. Like, look at all these niggas. Niggas watching the movie theater with a fairy around them. Hey, you can't even watch the movie. Hey, listen, with a Minish cap on and a fucking big ass Hyrule sword, bro. That shit's gonna be fucking funny. Shit, I might be one of them. I got a Minish cap. I might be one of them. I got the bait. Yeah, it might be when you was talking about the PS5 though. Like a bunch of minions, so that might happen. It might happen. People love Zelda. People love Zelda. The same way people love Ghost of Tsushima. We got a Ghost of Tsushima update. Ghost of Yote's dedicated state of the play confirmed for July 10th at 2 p.m., which is this Thursday, PST. I most likely will be live, so we'll probably live stream this one, featuring nearly 20 minutes of Ghost of Yote gameplay, including new weapons, new ways to personalize your journey, new special modes, and much more. Let me make sure the 10th. Yep, that's Thursday. I mean, I'm live 2 o'clock right now. Yeah, so we'll be streaming this one this Thursday. Mark your calendars, mark your calendars, mark your calendars. Yeah, please. I hope this shit is fire. This is the only game I feel like is a threat to probably Expedition 33. And even still, they got to do something really different. Like, I hope they flesh out the co-op, because I feel like the co-op that they added in Ghost of Tsushima after the release was fun. It was fun, but it did feel like an afterthought. I want to see them really go deep into it and flesh it out some more. That would be really cool. The co-op was, it was good. It was good. Don't get me twisted, but it was a little short, and I feel like it could have been fleshed out more and maybe implemented into the main story. Maybe like in this version of co-op, it's 2 characters that are friends with the main character, and it's like a story. You meet them somewhere in the story, and they go off to do something to help the main character, and you play that with a friend. Fire. Pay me. Come on, guys. Come on. Pay me for the fucking consultation. Yeah, just find a way to implement it more into the main story. That'll get people more excited. Would say Ghost of Tsushima was one of the best games of 2021. I thought it should have won Game of the Year. No, it came out in 2020, because that was the year it went up against The Last of Us 2. I feel like it lost to The Last of Us 2 due to politics. People were just afraid to let something else win, because you got to keep in mind, The Last of Us now, it's like a 50-50 when you ask people. Back then, you couldn't say nothing negative about The Last of Us. I felt like it lost due to politics, unfortunately. But if we did that same contest today, knowing what we know about The Last of Us 2 and like the TV show, I feel like Ghost of Tsushima would have won. It should have won. The director's cut was in 2021. Oh yeah, I didn't play the director's cut. The original game came out in 2020. Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima was robbed, unfortunately. So I'm rooting for this game. I hope it's really good. I will say, when it comes out, all the niggas complaining about lack of variety, I hope you support it. Well, matter of fact, we will be paying attention to the Ghost of Yote numbers, because I'm buying it day one. I support the culture. All you niggas that say gaming is dead, this bitch better move at least 5 million units the first month. I personally will not say it's a failure, but people who say they want variety and they need fucking get on the fucking play. You niggas who said Final Fantasy VII is the greatest RPG of all time, who didn't buy Final Fantasy Rebirth outside of the first month, because that shit said woo on the charts after the first month, I better see you at GameStop. Because if not, I'm on your head. We watching the numbers. Niggas are annoying. But that shit ain't on Game Pass. Nigga, it's on PlayStation. Of course it's not. I didn't get it because it wasn't on the Game Pass. Okay, buddy. All right, you fucking dickhead. The main character has a gun, so niggas should be in it. Okay, bet. She has a gun in it? Yeah, it might get good sales then. It might get good sales. It's gonna get at least half the gun and ball niggas. What up, Prime? We see you. Other news, The Last of Us Part 2 got an update. There's a whole new way with the chronological mode, a rearranged version of the game that lets you play the story in chronological order. Of course, I don't know why they stated this. I'm not gonna lie. They said it's an update, it's a patch, and you're gonna need an internet connection to download it. This is how stupid people are. They have to write on the goddamn announcement, you need an internet connection to download. This is like, I feel like this is for PS4 niggas. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, PS4 niggas, first of all, you probably can't download it, but you're gonna need an internet connection. Let's see what this shit is about. That's fucking funny, dude. People are so fucking stupid nowadays.
Where's Abby? We let you both live, and you wasted it.
So correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm understanding this. For maybe there might be somebody in the chat smarter than me that understands this. From my understanding, Sony ponies don't buy Capcom games. Hold on, let me see what you got. I'm gonna look at that in a second. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it was, goddamn, it was 5 years ago this game came out. The story was told in The Last of Us 2, where there was moments where you played Abby and there were moments where you played Ellie, and it would jump between the two at different times. This new game mode tells the story where it's like, okay, at this moment, this is where Ellie's supposed to be. In this moment, this is where it makes the story make more sense. Is that what it, like, basically it sounds like they added an update that makes the story make more sense. Like it plays the way it should have played in the first place. Am I getting that right? Well, it's a free update. I'm not gonna say they're milking it. In time order, yeah, in time order is a better way to articulate it. So it should have played like this in the first place. This should have been in the game in the first place. At least it's a free update. But 5 years later is crazy. They corrected the story pacing. That's a great way to put it, Darth Misogyny. They corrected the story's pacing. That's a good way to put it. Okay, I understand. I'm not gonna say they're milking it because the show is out right now. So there's new people. You gotta keep in mind there are new people who never played the game before. They're buying the game, so they're giving them a new way to experience it. And the update is free, so I'm not gonna knock it. It's free. Yeah, I hate it. That was one of my issues with this game too. The pacing was fucking god awful. It is what it is. Shout out to them. You played the first 3 days of Ellie, and then you played as Abby going 3 days. Okay. 5 years later. For all two people who enjoyed the Outriders, Outriders 2 was canceled after issues with the publisher. Earlier this summer, developer People Can Fly was hit with layoffs and the cancellation of 2 unannounced projects. Now, 2 projects have indicated that one of the canceled games was Outriders 2, the sequel to the 2021 action shooter that People Can Fly developed for publisher Square Enix. The Thumb Wars was the first outlet to report the story, which was subsequently corroborated by Insider Gaming. In June, People Can Fly explained that one of the canceled games, under the name Project Gemini, was suspended over issues with the game's publisher regarding its failure to give the developer assets needed to continue. It also noted that the publisher failed to maintain a dialogue with People Can Fly that would allow the 2 sides to finish the project. Insider Gaming identifies Project Gemini as Outriders 2, and Square Enix is the publisher in question. The outlet reports that the Outriders 2 wasn't nearly as close to completion as the Thumb Wars report suggested, but there was no firm answers about what went wrong with People Can Fly and Square Enix. And then they laid off a bunch of people. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like the first game, so I was surprised it got greenlit for a second game. But I mean, somebody out there likes it. You fucked with Outriders. I think it had potential with like some of the abilities. I thought they were really cool, but it was too grindy. These hero shooters, I really hope that or looter shooters, I really hope that it's a genre that dies out. But I know some people out there liked it. Know that it was coming and it got canceled, unfortunately. Just a little something. If you're expecting a sequel. I'd say a better way of putting it is it did have potential. I would say it did have potential, but it didn't live up to it. It ain't coming back though.
If y'all don't already know.
Here's some positive news. This has nothing to do with gaming, just nerd shit. If you like comic book stuff, I found this on my For You page and I thought I'd share it.
If y'all don't already know, man, YouTube is literally showing all DC animated movies right now for free. And I'm not gonna lie, shout out to YouTube, bro. This is a rare YouTube W because I'm not gonna lie, you go on HBO Max, you can't find half of these fucking animated shows. And HBO is connected to DC. So you get on there and it's like, bro, where is majority of these shows at? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna try to binge watch as much of them as I can before this deal goes out because I'm not gonna lie, bro. For $3.99, you can't beat that. I'm not gonna cap, bro.
So there you go. A lot of DC animated films are free on YouTube. YouTube continues to get better. Someone in the chat said it. Yes, this version does have ads, but I mean, who gives a fuck? It's free. Wait, does it still play ads if you have YouTube Premium? Does anybody know? I never actually used this. I think he's not lying. He's not. There's people in the comment section corroborating what he said. It doesn't. Yeah, so if you have YouTube Premium, then you're not going to get ads anyway. What does it matter? So yeah, if you don't have HBO Max and you want to watch old DC animated stuff, it's free on YouTube. I thought I'd put y'all on to that because I know there's a lot of nerds in here. Yo, shout out to Zelto with the $20 super chat. He said, been seeing a lot of Night Rain hate from Software fans. I just got my first platinum and I can't lie, I love this game. I'm gonna try out the base Elden Ring next. Okay. Shout out to you with the super chat. That's interesting because I feel like I've been seeing a lot of love. I feel like when the game first came out, it had mixed reviews. I feel like most people were sitting around a 7 or an 8. It was cool, but it wasn't what people wanted. But like a month later, I feel like the game's been getting a lot of love. And I've been seeing a lot of people on my For You page saying they're addicted to it and they like it more than they thought they would. And they continue to update it with new content. I keep seeing articles about it. I got to catch up on that shit. But yeah, I think it's just your algorithm because I'm seeing a lot of positive. Am I getting the new Bloodhound Lil Jeff vinyl? I can't say I'm picking that one up, my boy. Can't say I'm picking that one up. The mixed reviews is a lot for the crossplay and servers. Yeah, and I think it's overwhelmingly positive now on Steam. Capcom reveals revenue generated by Steam and PlayStation grew by 61%. Accounts for 31% of Capcom's total revenue. That means PC gamers actually buy games. Shout out to y'all. PlayStation sales decrease. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. You PlayStation niggas are never going to beat the allegations. Listen, we saw the profit margins for Xbox. Fuck the layoffs. Xbox niggas buy games. Steam niggas buy games. You know who, and Nintendo niggas is breaking records. You know who don't buy games? The niggas who swear have the best games on the internet in all the Twitter spaces, making all the TikToks talking about gaming is dead. What that say right there? PlayStation sales decreased previous fiscal year, accounted for only 10% of the total revenue. You niggas buy PlayStation 5s and PS4s to play Fortnite, 2K, Call of Duty, FIFA, Madden, college sports. You guys are fucking frauds. I've been said this shit. I'm hitting the button again. And shout out to the 10% that are a part of the culture, because obviously I'm not talking about the PlayStation niggas. But I'm not gonna lie, PlayStation niggas are on my last nerves. People swear I'm making these numbers up. I'm gonna keep on this. Who linked this shit? Who linked this shit? Shout out to you. I appreciate this. I love when a nigga links shit that fucking backs up my agenda. We're gonna keep pushing this agenda. You niggas bought PS5s to watch Netflix. You niggas bought PS5s to watch HBO Max. You niggas bought PS5s to watch Crunchyroll with your dick out. You are fucking frauds. Y'all don't buy games. Y'all talk about them in Twitter spaces. You hate on what's going on and laugh at what's going on the Xbox side, because don't get me wrong, they got problems, but y'all hate on what's going on over there. I don't even think you know the Switch 2 exists. Now it makes sense why PS4 niggas say ain't no games, because y'all don't buy any games, period. You guys are fucking frauds. I can't stand y'all. You said, what did I walk into? These fucking frauds. That's crazy. The PC community is hard carrying Capcom, keeping this company alive. And what's crazy is Capcom's biggest game right now is Monster Hunter, which started off as a Nintendo game. That's a console game. PC niggas came through. So you can say whatever you... PC niggas is annoying, bro. They always talking about the PC master race. They think they're so much better than everybody else. Don't get me wrong. The PC master race niggas are annoying. But what I will say about PC niggas is we support the culture. Not only are we spending more money on our setups, we're spending more money on the software. So those games you get on TikTok and complain about, acting like they don't exist, the only people that are keeping them afloat is the PC community. Check the game sales for June on PlayStation. Almost half of it is Microsoft. Yeah, and no, I already know that. Shout out to Cage. I already know that. I've been made that argument. The biggest games on PlayStation are Xbox games. That's the funniest shit. PlayStation niggas bought PS5s to play Sea of Thieves, to play Grounded, playing as little kids running around with ants and shit. What the fuck is going on? You PlayStation niggas are on fraud watch, man. Fraud watch. Them niggas announced Gears of War. PS5 niggas started selling. Oh shit, we about to get Dom. We about to get the Locust Queen. Oh shit. Carmine coming. How you know about Carmine, PlayStation nigga? How you know? Niggas is fucking frauds, man. This shit is fucking funny to me. And this is why I said, once again, jokes aside, the console war is not real. How can it be a war when you guys aren't even buying anything? Let me know.